But truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen, I went and got my digits up. Listen, your favorite, bruh. Listen, you don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The mind to a praying woman.
Coming up, it's week 4 in the NFL as the Jets are set to clash with the Titans. New York is 7-4 since the Titans moved to Tennessee, and they'll go for number 8 on EA Sports.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets about set to go here on the offensive side for the first time, and leading them out, Charles, the number 2 overall pick in this April's draft. It's Zach Wilson out of BYU.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Wilson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. .35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. A nice run there on 1st down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Surefire Kelsey. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Second and 16. running from the gun with Henry. Fighting through. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Now Lawrence. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's a Titans touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, we saw Trevor Lawrence take plenty of deep shots in his days at Clemson, and he shows off that cannon of an arm here as a rookie at the NFL level. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 20. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
A solid stiff arm. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Carter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the rookie first-round pick, Elijah Vera Tucker. Here's a give to Carter. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Carter a week ago. 16 carries, 57 yards. They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Out to Cole on the right side. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Carter. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. P-Ryan. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Lambeau is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. To throw again on second down, Lawrence. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox.
Come on, fellas.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st down, Lawrence rolling to his right. Along the sideline, it's his man Henry making the catch. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. There was a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Now Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Wilson finding Crowder there, 1st down, New York.
That's good for Jets. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll drop this underneath to Carter, and he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And some room to roam now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll go to Pirine, try to pound it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is down to 4. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he finds Tyler Croft. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 35 on second down, Wilson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Wilson now to throw on third down. And finding Keelan Cole. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we reach halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They go play action now. Lawrence on the move to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He completes it to Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Prime time, baby.
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But no surprise coming off a 2,000-yard season. It was Derrick Henry who totaled the most yards after contact in the NFL last year, and he's up to his old tricks here.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. On 1st down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Josh Allen, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So Wilson going to give to Carter on the draw. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Hardman on the return. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And Charles, he's already north of 300 yards in this game.
And while watching him work, I just keep coming back to what a magic number that is. We've almost made it routine, haven't we? 300 yards, wow, what a great day. We don't understand what goes into that. And today, he's taking advantage of every opportunity.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Lawrence on third down. Flush to his right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this is going to be intercepted.